Well, welcome in everybody. I kind of let you guys in while Shaksani Keek and I were watching that video. Just see, I saw you were in the waiting room, and you might thought you might as well watch it with us. But we're at time, and so good to see you guys. Looks like Kua is on the beach in Hawaii. Oh my gosh, that looks so nice. Uh, I'll
I
be in.
really, I really am a person. I really have a face.
Are you in Oahu?
Yes.
You should come to my fight if you're going to be there on March 9th. I'll be
I
comp
will.
Okay. Um Follow me on
Private message
Instagram.
me. Follow me,
Okay.
send me a private message and I will. I'll be here. And I'm alone. I don't have anything to do. I'm gonna wipe off my schedule for you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah, fight. It'll be Saturday, March 9th. Fights start at noon, and I don't know what order I'm in, but I'll be there that day.
It's it's a fight.
Yeah, I'm a Muay Thai student, and this will be my first fight. They have a amateur athletic circuit there in
Awesome.
Oahu, and I'm gonna go.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, fun. Okay. Now we got plans.
Yeah.
So welcome in, guys. I'm just pulling up the screen so we can start class. Looks like that's good to go. It's Thursday, last day of February. It's leap year day. Is that what you say? It's leap day or leap year day? February 29th. And since it's the end of February, Shaksani Keek and I got together and made our whole schedule for March. So I'm going to give you the link to it, and it's the same link I shared for February schedule to keep it simple and just keeping it on the same document. And I'll put it in the chat for folks so that you can plan accordingly and just know what we're going to be going over in class. And so that link is in the chat. Let's see. And then as far as our discussion goes, on Tuesday, I sent you all to the breakout rooms only 10 minutes before class ended. And then it was kind of like, okay, bye, because we ran out of time. But usually we like to share, like, how was that for you? Did you have any questions? And so we wanted to open up today with an opportunity for you to share um, both about your experience in the breakout rooms from Tuesday, practicing your self introduction, and then also if you have any questions about it. So I'll open up the floor to you all.
This is Kua. I'll share that I enjoyed that because my two partners were above me and they were a lot better than me, and it really challenged me to just just put my best foot forward, and also to listen to them and learn from them, and also just to take their critiquing when somebody said something to me, to re-say something. And I liked it. I liked that experience, and I like I liked that breakout experience.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to share?
Yeah, maybe having a little bit more time to go over that would have been great.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll be doing it again, so you'll have, we'll try to work it so you have enough time to, uh, if you're struggling or if you just want others to hear and to help people with their pronunciation. And I encourage you to just jump in and help somebody that's struggling to remember a word, that's okay to help them. So,
Yeah. Gonna
I-
teach.
I've definitely like kind of been struggling. Like it's been difficult for me to remember everything. Um, Tuesday ended up sleeping in, which wasn't really my plan.
yeah, at this point, you're very welcome to use your notes. You don't have to do it from memory. So, unless you just want to give it a try and let's see if I can do it without the notes, or just have the notes handy so you can peek. No problem at all with that.
Yeah, good point. So, sometimes when I was first starting out, I would do like Shaksani Keek said, I would like look at the notes for the first line, like and then I would just take my eyes off the page and see if I could repeat myself without looking. And sometimes that can be a helpful way, like okay, and just keep doing that until I can memorize the first one. But that's for when we start going off book and you're memorizing. Up to now, you can just still use your notes.
And just to share what, as instructors, to pass on to you, I know there's a lot of hesitation because I want to make sure you're getting it right. And what I listened for is struggle to say some of the letters, and I didn't hear any that that I would say, okay, let's practice this one. It sounded good, but almost 100% of you that was in room one uh, forgot that the last line about to say where you live. So I know that was a new introduction, so we'll have to practice it. Make sure you have that in mind. You say your hometown, and then like I would say, I was from Huna, but I live in Anchorage. So, and that's what a lot of us are doing. Seattle, San Francisco, wherever uh, people people are living now. So, Anna, do you have any suggestions for the group you listen to?
In the group I listened to, there was a range of people. I think one person could do it from memory and had some familiarity with it. And then people who pushed themselves, like, well, they did it by memory. I'm gonna try. And then when I joined in, they didn't have it up on the screen. Um, and so they were just trying to do it from memory. And I held back from putting it on the screen just because I was like, oh, they're in a groove. They're doing it from memory. I'm just gonna let them go. And then I put it up on the screen. I was impressed with how much they could do from memory, even though that wasn't a requirement yet. Um, and I think that was the only feedback I had. Oh, we practiced the three words yuhatuasak, and just to get the sound of duwasak. Um, Other than that, I think everything else sounded really good. And so that last line that Shaksani Keek mentioned is your current residence. And you say the town name and add a pinched X at the end and say, for example, if it's Anchorage, Anchichye Khadiati.
If you want to use the English word, Seattle,
Ah,
Seattle,
ah,
say the English word and add the Pinjax.
okay.
Is Seattle like a Salish word? Know where that's from?
It's from Chief Seattle. Seattle was named after Chief Seattle,
Yeah.
but his name was more not exactly Seattle. It was close, but
It was
the others couldn't say it.
Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The L was Tlingit sound, Seattle.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Do you know what tribe he was?
I think he was
I want to say Duwamish, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he's Duwamish.
Okay, thank you. And then an interesting fact on that, and correct me if I'm wrong, my fellow Seattle classmate, Duwamish tribe is, even though it's not a federally recognized tribe still, and yet Chief Seattle or Chief Stealth is Duwamish from what I remember, but yet that tribe is not federally recognized yet. They've been in the works for many years. Is that the information that you know to be correct?
I have never heard.
What about my other Seattle classmate? Is that what you understand to be correct?
Sorry, my mouth was full of lunch. Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
Don't spit out your lunch trying to say
Yeah.
this.
I just mentioned that because it seems quite unfair. If Chief South was Duwamish and Seattle's named after him, but yet his tribe's not federally recognized, seems quite wrong. I don't know the specifics, but it seems wrong, and they've been trying to fight it for years, from what I understand.
Par for the course for a city like here.
Yeah, getting federal recognition is really hard. The town I grew up in is Katathlik or Seward, and we have Katuchik Native Tribe, and I'm a member of Katuchik, but it's not federally recognized. And our tribe tried for a long time to get federally recognized, but it takes a lot of money and effort, and there's really interesting rules. Like you have to prove that you've been organized as a tribe for at least, what was it, 80 years or some, like they chose some number that just makes it hard to navigate. Uh, Really quickly, I wanted to show this map because Corey recommended it to us after we were talking about place names and the names of Tlingit lands and Quan names. So if you go in the beginning Tlingit workbook, in the foreword, there's this map and it shows different areas or territories of, for example, the Gashliach Quan and the Sachayik Quan of the Yakutat area. And you can just look around and see the names because one of our lines in our self introduction is saying our ancestral homeland or where we're from. And so you can use these names and just look on a map and see. If you're from Cake, you would be Kich Kwan. And it's just like a fun map. One of them I was looking up was Wrangell because the Tlingit name for Wrangell is Kachchanak, but the name of the Quan, I'm not sure what it would be. I'll keep looking and see if I can figure it out because Wrangell, I'm not even sure where Wrangell is on a map if I'm honest.
What about like the San Juan Islands and Decatur Island?
Oh, good question. Down towards Seattle area?
Yeah, the San Juan Islands, they're off Anacortes.
Oh, okay. I've been by them on a tugboat and I don't have a map of their place name. I don't have that information, but that's a really good question.
Well, yeah, because I wonder what my ancestors called it because they lived here. They were the first ones to live here. My Tlingit ancestor, Tacey Reed, and her husband, John Reed.
Uh-huh.
So she must have called it something.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah. It,
Don't
yeah.
they have information as further than Cape Fox. So I'm not sure what your location is on the map.
Yeah, on the map we're looking at, it goes as far south as the Tantaquan and the Sanyaquan, the southern dialect areas, Cloac and Craig and those areas. But yeah, San Juan Islands and Anacortes, that's down by Washington State.
Yeah, it's in Washington State.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was really common for the Clinkets to be running around there. They even have place names in Canada, Clinket words.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, EB Island and EB Landing are named after the government official who came down to kill in return.
Oh.
I wonder if it's in my grandmother's book about what Tacey called Decatur. My grandma would probably know, but she's passed away, so I can't go ask her.
Yeah. Keep looking and keep talking to people about it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody knows.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at a map. Ringle looks like it would be in the Shkatquan area. Okay. Any questions about this? If not, we can jump into our lesson. Add this in here. Oops. Okay. All right, thanks for sharing about your self-introductions. When you're practicing with people who are more advanced with you, it feels challenging in the moment, but it's an awesome way to learn anything, really. And then we'll go into the knock-knock dialogue.
I just found out my mom just sent in my birth certificate so I can be a part of the tribe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. So the knock-knock dialogue, where we left off, were my mother's coming, she can help you, and then the elder says, good, I'll be able to rest. Oh no. And then the visitor says, I'll be here tomorrow. We can go to Fred Meyer's to shop. And the elder says, yes, I'll be ready. And so let's practice the last 3 lines and then we'll practice the whole thing together. So starting with Sayqanin, go ahead and repeat after me. Sayqanin hadik qagut.
Stick on it.
Yep. Update. Kagut.
Siganin hade kwagut.
Mm-hmm. Fred Meyer stickach to art.
My
Fred
dick.
Meyer.
It's okay if you guys talk over each other. I can still hear you all. So let's do repeat after me, everybody. Fred Meyer stickach to art.
Fred Meyer.
Fred
Is
Myers Digak to art.
And then the elder says, Ah, yendechet kokwane.
Yane khat kwane.
Shirley, do you have any feedback for us?
No, that sounds good.
Okay. In that case, let's take it from the top. I'll have everybody. Should we perform it for them first, Shaksani Keek, or do you want to hear them?
Yeah, I wonder, are there any questions or comments on those last lines you just went over? I think she gave it meaning, so it's good.
Not yet, but I do think it'd be helpful if we had you guys run through it.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Okay, we'll have a. You want to hear them say them again, Shirley? Okay, so you guys go ahead and repeat after me again, and then Shaksani Keek and I will run through the whole thing. Seqanen hadik kwagut.
Siganin hade.
Seganin Hadut Gwagut.
Fred Meyer stickach to art.
Fred Myers
Fred Myers Digak
Digak
to art.
Ah, yendechet kokwane.
Yane khat kwane.
This last one is GU and then underline GW. So let's practice just this word. Kokwane.
Gu kwane.
And then that just will be, it means will be ready. To say I will be ready, you add the chet in front of it. So repeat after me. Chet kokwane.
Khat gu kwane.
Yeah. And then yende chet kokwane.
Yane khat kwane.
Close. Kokwane.
Gu kwane.
Go.
Yane khat gu kwane.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Good.
Would you mind going over the G and the underline G?
Uh-huh. So if a letter is underlined, where do you pronounce it?
A little further back in the mouth usually.
Yeah. And I've heard it described before as like a raven sound. When you hear ravens going, you can think about that area that you use when you mimic raven. And so when you go from a G that's not underlined to you just do it nice and slow. And the G that's not underlined is just like a G that you hear in English. So start with that sound and then say guane. So repeat this after me. Guane.
Gu kwane.
And khat guane.
Khat kwane.
Can you guys hear a difference when I say it between the two sounds?
It's a little bit difficult because of the W, I think. Just on its own, if there was maybe like an A instead of the W, I might be able to hear it better.
Let me hear you say it.
Guane.
Guane.
Gu kwane.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Shirley, how did it sound to you?
yeah, it just takes thinking. So the first G is easy, gu. And then comes a GW. Yeah. We did that on purpose to make it hard for you.
Yeah.
Underline GW. Gua,
Gua,
gua.
gua.
Uh, it's the W that makes you move your lips. The G underline G sound is in your throat, but the W uh, uh, makes it harder. So you say oh, oh, oh. So um, I exaggerate a little, uh, but I think you can hear it. Go, qua, ne, go, qua, ne.
Gu, gua, ne.
So let's try that about 3 times each.
Okay. I'll go first. Gu, gua, ne. Gu, gua, ne. Go ahead.
Gua ne.
And again. Gu, gua, ne.
Gua ne.
Good question. Go ahead.
G.
Ah. Any more questions about that one?
Anna, the third word on the first line there, are we
Yeah,
just making that K sound at the end of the middle word there?
that's how I do it. Um, so the line is Seqanen hadik kwagut. And the way I was taught to pronounce, so you have a K followed by an underlined GW. And you need to make both sounds. I've said them before to fluent speakers, kind of accidentally skipping that first K, and I've been corrected, and they're like, you need to make both the sounds. And so to practice, what helps me is adding that first K to the de from ha dek, kwa gut. It just helps me think about it to make sure I'm making both sounds. Does that make sense?
Goodness, geez.
Mm. Shaksani Kik, does that sound correct if I say ha dek, kwa gut?
Yeah, if you have just a tiny space between a big and the,
Uh-huh. Ha dek,
you
kwa
don't
gut.
need to run it together. It's separate words.
Okay. Ha dek, kwa gut. Okay. Good questions. Any more before Shaksani Keek and I do our run through?
There is another way to say it. Hadeyana good, she's coming, or Hadek good is she is coming soon, coming pretty soon. She didn't.
Nice.
She knew her mother was going to come, but she didn't know when. So.
Hmm. I'll put that on the screen for people who are curious about the alternative phrase. Make this larger. So the alternative phrase Shaksani Keek just mentioned is she's coming here tomorrow, or I'm coming here tomorrow. And let me write it. Hadeyanagut. Oh. Sekanen hadeyan chagut. Is that right?
No,
No.
we're talking about her mother coming.
Oh.
Okay. Hadeyana good, she's coming, or Hadek good, she will be here.
Yeah. Okay, for my mother is coming. Handeyan gut achtla.
Yes, that if she knows that she's already on her way.
Oh,
Patek Pagut is, yeah, I know she's coming, but I don't know when.
yeah. Future form. Any more questions, guys? Shakhsani Keek, should we give it a spin?
Yeah,
Okay. Knock knock.
do so.
Nila Torah Aya.
Hagu,
Tleokat Jose in. Fruit cocktail cup bananas teen.
Atlain Gunnar Cheese,
Wasa Yati Mary.
Huda, Huda Yanik, arthritis teen. I can't remember that line.
You got it right. Yeah, it was Konach Yanik arthritis teen. Ishan.
Achaik Pasai,
Ah. Iitik Kodashi. Skundayan Chagut. Lingit Kodaltu. Kashit Kadatu.
did you say Yak A or
I think he goes, Yeakwa.
was that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yakwa.
Skunticha Hagach Sati. Ka Hajagach to Kay.
Atlikudzi, Archis Kakashahid Aksai,
Handeya Nagut Achtla. Iit Kadashid.
Yak A, Tek Pasa,
Handeya Nagut. Oh, oops. Sekan and Hadik Kwagut. Fred Myers Dikach to Ad.
Yandekut Kakani,
Hooch. Gonalchish. Oh, we got applause. Shakhsani Keek. How was our acting, guys?
Yuck.
Gonalchish. So it's 12:34. Do you guys feel ready to practice this in your breakout rooms?
you can use your notes.
Okay. I'll put the link to the notes in the chat so you all can open them up.
Will you put a link so that I can review all the past classes and practice?
Yeah, are you looking for the slides that we have on the screen here?
Like the recording of the class?
Oh yeah, the recordings are on the YouTube channel for
I already
Lingit.
put that link in there. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, wait, it's on there right now?
It depends on which class. These recordings go to a different department and then they upload them. I don't do it myself, so I don't have like a time frame, but most of the other classes should be on there.
What do I search on YouTube?
Just Lingit and Haida. I responded to your question in the chat with the link. If you click on that, it'll take you right to it.
Oh, from past classes?
Yeah, so these classes from this year that we've been doing and that we started in December, and there's also previous classes from years before on there as well.
Oh, could you put it in the chat again? Because I've lost track of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The one for today, will probably won't get on there right away, but we did introduce lines last week, so you should be able to find it.
Yeah, this is for people to. Oh, Gonalchish, Corey. So Corey just put the link to this page in the chat, and I just pulled it up on the screen for people to see what you'll be looking for. This is the Lingit and Haida YouTube channel, and all our classes are here, and they're organized by date. Sound good? Okay, do you guys all have the notes to practice from today? You'll open up the slides and the link I gave you, and then just go scroll to the knock knock section. There's no more questions. I'm going to send you on your way. We'll do 2 rooms, and there's 10 of us. So there should be 3 to 4. And then Shirley and I will join you.
So Yanaka, what was that?
How's the weather in the town where you live?
We are having some Chinooks here in southern Alberta, and the pressure fronts really give me a headache, so it's on top of my cold.
Oh, Ishan.
Uh,
I didn't know you're sick.
uh,
Ishan.
Aksha Yanik.
75 with the breeze.
Poor.
Mm.
That sounds rough. A little breeze to cool you off in the sunshine. That's
I'm
fun.
managing. The sun is kind of in my eyes.
Yeah.
God.
Kua, do you have Instagram?
Sort of. I don't
Okay.
post anything, but I have it so that I could see what people want me to see.
I want you to see mine.
Okay. Okay. I know it sounds strange, but people
Yeah.
go, "Oh, do you have Instagram?" And I'm like,
Well,
okay, if you could send me that, that would be great.
I'm just gonna put it in my IG in the chat.
Okay, that sounds
Um,
perfect. Thank you.
And yeah, you're welcome. Because the fight promoters gave me a link to share for people to buy pre-sale tickets if you want to come see our fights. I think
Yeah,
they're
okay.
yeah, they're like $35, I think.
Okay, worth it.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
add me too if you want.
Yeah, add me too. I'm going to Oahu.
You are?
Alright, woohoo.
I wish.
Me three.
Let's all go.
I have a friend that lives there and she has 2 children. I'm like, how is she this old already? She's the same age as me.
That's awesome. Cool. Okay, yeah, I'll post a flyer about the event. And it looks like we're all back. So, Shirley, you're muted and your camera's off if Alan's able to. Alan, are you able to unmute her? And then while we're doing that, how did it go for you guys?
Repeat that.
Oh yeah, we're back from the breakout rooms. Would you mind unmuting Shirley and turning on her camera? Please. And
I think
everybody else.
it went well for our group.
Oh, good. Say more.
Say more. There was a hesitation because we had to find the link and stuff, but then it worked out. I put it on the screen. I found out because Dan had it, I can't share the co-host thing in the breakout room, so I learned something new today.
Oh, to let people share their screen?
Yeah, I can only do it here on the main screen, which I wasn't aware of. So that's good to know.
Okay. That is good to know. Okay. You guys were able to access the notes though for the dialogue?
Yeah. And then we ran through it twice. We had 4 people, so we had 2 people do it, and then the other 2 did it, and then I think it went pretty well.
Awesome. Cheese.
I feel like it's a great way to learn the breakout rooms. They were teaching me like really well so that I can say things correctly and it was fun.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Alice, you did so good.
Thank you.
I feel
You
like
too.
this is Kua, and I feel like even though I don't always say it gracefully, so it's like gracefully going one word after the other, that I am aware or more aware when I'm saying like if the K is underlined. So my primary focus right now is not so much saying it smoothly, but being able to know that, oh, that X is underlined. I need to drag that. Or, oh, that G is underlined. That goes in the back of my throat. And so I feel like even though every word and phrase is not perfect, that I feel like more aware than I was in the beginning of the class about the alphabet and about the pinch marks and that kind of thing. So I'm still a work in progress, and I feel good about the breakout rooms. Thank you for that experience.
That is
Yay.
real good progress, so that's very good. To become aware of that so that it jumps into your head what it
Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly what I feel. Because before in the beginning, I wouldn't have known the difference between an underline X and an underline K and G or a pinch mark. And so I feel as a basic beginner that just to know, oh, that has an accent mark, I need to say that higher tone. I feel like I've learned a lot in this class. So I thank you for that.
Awesome. It's really good feedback, and it's good to hear how it is for you, where you're at in your guys' language learning journeys. And that's a big part of it. Like, it takes a while to get to conversational pace. But if you're slowing down and focusing on the sounds and teaching your mouth how to say them, that's a great progress, like Shirley said. We have 2 minutes left, and Shaksan Nikik, did you want to share anything?
Yeah, our plan for March is done, and so we want to start the month with Lingit Nagu. That what that means is native medicine. So so that'll be the beginning of our March program. And hopefully you'll have something to share when we start talking about that.
Yeah, good point. That's a good idea to start thinking about it early. If there's plant names or medicine names that you all have heard of before or you want to know more about, go ahead and bring those questions and insights to our discussions next week. Anything else, anybody?
I was wondering how long we get this class for this session. How long
Oh,
does it go?
till the end of April.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
One more month.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe April 30th, that Tuesday. I think that's the last class.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Time's flying by. Okay. Gunnar cheese ye jene sticket Johan hatuk kunach. Thanks for your work today, guys. We feel proud of you, really. And we'll see you next Tuesday, same time. Gunnar cheese.
Sheesh.